Yay, it's working. Leave it to me to mess up the rotation. So I will go pretty quick since I can't, do a live to save my life, apparently. For some reason, my laptop just did all kinds of weird things today, and I just could not figure out my scheduled live. So, and I am outside because it's Ohio, and let me see if I can scoot back a little bit. Going. Well, that's probably as good as it's going to get with the sun. So yeah, normally it should be like super cold here, and it's not. It's like 70 degrees, which I'm not complaining. So I will go ahead and get started. I got started in card making when my son was diagnosed with autism. It was a little rough. Yeah, I sure can. Let's see here. So yeah, I got started card making when my son was diagnosed with autism, and it was really, really, really hard. I did link Sin's video in my description box. I tried to hurry up and do that. But yeah, he was diagnosed with autism. It was really hard for our whole family because, you just feel like a terrible parent when you can't figure out what your kids are, what they're going through. So it was a good outlet for us to, do something that wasn't so, I guess, so involved. So yeah, that's how I got started, was just kind of my outlet. And it turned out to be fantastic because now all the kids my daughter uses the Sculpey mold stuff. Shouldn't say mold, Sculpey clay. So everybody's got their own little craftiness in their own little way. My favorite style medium, I always go back to watercolors. I'm working on my alcohol markers, but I would say watercolors because it's so soothing for me to just watch the colors like just spread and kind of do their thing. Most challenging technique right now is the alcohol markers. That, and I have just lost my list of questions. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. See, it's so nice and windy that my questions just kind of took off. That, and I would have to say mixed media, because to me, when I start putting things together, sometimes it just kind of looks like a hot mess, and I can't function when it's a hot mess. So yeah, mixed media is definitely challenging for me. Crafty hero, ooh, that's a hard one because there's so many people that I like. So many people that have inspired me, Courtney being one. Just her, it's just insane. Like, she's just an insane person, and I love it. Kelly Lativola, though I can't color like either one of them, it's still I still consider them like my crafty heroes. And you guys too. I mean, everybody has their own struggles and deals with their own stuff, and makes fantastic art with it. I craft alone because I just can't with the mess. I mean, my kids, it's messy when they're in my little crafty area. Like, I was hoping that my little my crafty shed, would be here today, and they're backed up in production, so it's probably going to be a while before it gets here. So I'm just in a little spot in the kitchen, and I have to have my stuff kind of in its place. Not necessarily, I don't know. It just has to be where I can reach it, I guess. So as long as I can reach it, I'm using it. Though I would like to craft with others. Like right now, obviously we just can't. I'm in quarantine right now for 14 days because somebody, my daughter was exposed to somebody. So we will be doing lots of crafty things for the next 14 days. So I have lots of time for videos and card making. No, I don't save my scraps. I do not save my scraps at all. I just can't. I try to, and then I end up getting overwhelmed with everything, and I end up just throwing them away. Oh, I missed a question. My favorite stamp company, so I have a lot. Like obviously Rabbit Hole, but there's, and I do love Rabbit Hole. But I like, Lawn Fawn, some of the cutesier stuff. I kind of like the whole gamut where it's not always super cutesy, but it's not like, I guess, the norm that you would, necessarily see. And so it it runs the gamut of, Rabbit Hole, Honeybee, Trinity. There's so many scrap or blah, 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 blah. Not Too Shabby. I love her stamps too. So there's a lot of, I don't know. I just like everything. If I see it and it catches my attention, it's probably in my cart with a lot of other things. So a lot goes into me making my videos because, so for those that don't know, I have MS and I get brain fog really bad. I can't always remember what I'm doing. So I literally have to make my card first, plan it out, and, kind of like step by step myself. And even then I still forget things. So it gets a little frustrating, and I have to take a step back sometimes and just, not even film for that day because it does get rough and it gets frustrating. But, I always say, tomorrow will be a better day. And usually within a couple hours, I've had time to relax and I can, finish my video. But I do like to plan ahead because if I don't, I just won't, I'll forget about it and I won't be able to make my videos that I want to make. Most difficult part of having a YouTube channel, all the planning that goes into my videos, because there's times where I've uploaded, like I uploaded one the other day, and there's like things I wanted to say, and I even had them written down, and I forgot where I set my paper. So just having time to do some of these things, having a quiet area. My kids are 18, almost 16, and 12, so they are, they're not quiet. They're gamers, and when they game, they're very loud. So it's just, yeah, it's just having time, having a quiet place. That's why we got the crafty shed, because I need to now see my husband. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's hold it down. Where am I at? So my husband redid this shed here, and I just pointed to my screen. So, oh, I guess you guys can't see me. Usually I'm pointing to my screen and nobody can see me. But he redid that shed for him, and like our mower and stuff like that. So he is kind of handy. Let's see, how do I get inspired when I'm in a slump? That's really hard. Usually it's a conversation with some of my crafty friends that gets me going again. There's times where I just don't have it in me, where I just don't want to do, I don't want to craft. I don't even want to pick up my watercolors, but it usually only lasts for about a day. I mean, I try to craft every day, whether it's with my kids or me just sitting down and coloring something. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's, I don't like that we're backed up to the park because we get a lot of noise. Luckily today is like a mellow day. I don't know if everybody's like shocked because it's 70. Or what's going on, because usually it would be snowing right now. So I don't really do any other crafts besides with my, just the sculpty clay stuff with the kids. And I can't, I can't do it. I've tried and tried and tried and tried, but they made some awesome little things. Like my daughter made some pumpkins. We've just started doing the noise of people coming in and out of the park. Oh my god, Shrinky Dinks. So they've been really into the little Shrinky Dink paper stuff or the film, and I can just use my heat gun to heat it up. So they like to draw their little. My daughter drew a penguin and I can't remember what else she drew, but she draws all kinds of little things. Wants me to shrink them up for her. Let's see. Yes, I do now, kind of like Linnea. And it was funny, as soon as she said it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so me. Like, I do watch TV. Sometimes YouTube, it just kind of depends because I'll get distracted and I will forget what I'm doing. But like, I am one of those people that will watch like the same thing over and over and over again. Like one of my favorite shows, Golden Girls. Kids make fun of me all the time about it, but I watch it all the time. And just like movies, like I know I've seen it before, but I'll watch it again. Like my husband makes fun of me all the time. He's like, well, why are you watching the same movie that you've watched like 50 times? And it's just because probably, I know what's going to happen. I don't really have to pay attention to it and I can go about my stuff. My favorite color is yellow. Yellow is my favorite color. Yellow and teal, I would say, are my two favorites. I just like the sunniness of yellow. Yes, the Golden Girls are awesome. I mean, they just need to start bringing shows back like that again instead of some of these reality shows because I just can't. I can't stay up with it. But yeah, yellow and teal. Yellow is just, I don't know. It just brings, sunshine to me, especially being in Ohio. We are the gray state. So it's just, I really like yellow and I like the teal because that's what color my kitchen is. So, favorite movie? I don't have a favorite movie. I can't like pin down one favorite movie. Okay. Marvel. We're big Marvel people. So we've seen all the Marvel movies. But that's about it. I mean, we really we don't really go out a whole lot. Like before, like even the pandemic hit, like I had a hard time walking. So I didn't like to go out because I didn't like people like staring at me and judging me. And I know I should say, who cares what they think. And I just couldn't. It was just too hard for me to get around. So we didn't go out a whole lot. So whatever we could stream, we could stream. But yeah, so that's about it. Unless you guys have any other questions, I'll go back up through the comments because I wasn't. Oh yes, make sure you guys go to Sin's channel as soon as we're done here. I love this hop. This is so much fun. Like I get super nervous and I talk really fast when I'm on live, but I enjoy these lives. So yes, make sure that you go to Sin's channel. I did link it in my description box. I had time to do that while I was, trying to figure out why I couldn't go live. Let's see. So yeah, do you guys have any other questions before I pop off here? So that way, I try to make sure everybody's got their time to get their stuff ready because obviously my stuff did not go as planned. Yeah, the weather here is super insane. I love it. Even though it'll probably like snow tomorrow because that's how Ohio is. Thank you, Nancy. But yeah, so oh my gosh, I still have a little bit of time left. Yeah, the weather's like ridiculous, but today I'm not complaining. It's not too hot. I can actually be outside. I know the shadow was not that great, so you probably can't see me that well. You guys are awesome. This is why I love this group. Every single one of you are awesome. And I love being a part of it. My husband probably will, Katie. I am not huge. I used to be a really big sports person until they traded my favorite player. And since then, like, okay, so I guess I should say, like, the Cleveland Indians have always been like our team. And we actually got to watch them. We actually got to go to game 1 of the World Series to watch them. And my favorite player of all time has been Yan Gomes. And they traded him, and I stopped watching baseball. I was so mad that they traded him. I just stopped watching it. I was so angry. So yeah, that's he'll probably watch, but I'm not a big sports person, I guess. At least there'll be something else other to watch than the election. I'm so happy about that. So, okay, well, I'm going to head off here. Make sure that you guys subscribe to everybody and like their videos. It really does mean a lot to everybody. And I'll be sure to answer anything that's popped up in the live later. So yeah, I'm going to jump off here. Make sure you guys head over to Sin's channel. I have it linked, and I think Courtney popped the link in the chat. So I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.